Situated in the central Attard industrial estate, on the road linking Attard to Rabat, Island Beverages Company Limited engages in the production of purified rather than mineral water. Its most popular product is the H2O range, which includes 12 and 19 litre water bottles, several types of sparkling waters, standard 2 litre 6 packs, and fortified and oxygenated waters.
Racks of empty 90-litre bottles are brought down to ground level to initiate the production process. One employee checks individual bottles for any unpleasant smells, such as petroleum, which would compromise the water quality. The same employee also empties unwanted contents and checks for cracks in the bottle. Bottles are then placed on the conveyor line and pushed into the filling room. Once in the filling room, bottles are placed onto the cleaning machine, which passes each bottle through 6 cleaning cycles. Notice that the employee in the filling room rechecks the bottles as a control. When bottles are deemed to be excessively dirty, they are put to one side for deeper cleaning in a separate process. The top side of each bottle is cleaned manually, since the cleaning machine only caters for interior and lateral cleaning. Once cleaning is complete, bottles are ready to be filled. They are placed onto a new conveyor, where pumps are activated and fill in each bottle in around 15 seconds. You will notice that some water will be spilled. This is a slack measure of control to ensure bottles are filled to the top, although the spilled water also creates a health hazard, to which employees respond by wearing safety boots. Caps are then tightly slipped onto the bottles, which then move along to the next stage, where the batch details and best before dates are magnetically marked on the newly attached cap. Bottles then proceed through an aperture, where a counter tracks the numbers of bottles produced per day. The bottles are then manually loaded into plastic or steel racks. Employees often work in pairs or on a rotation schedule, so as to divide the workload, since this is the most physically demanding job of the line. Notice that bottles are always loaded with the top facing outward. This facilitates unloading and handling by delivery men. Once the rack has been completely filled, it is hoisted by an employee who operates a forklifter and stacked and stored for distribution through vans at a later stage. Different vans operate 10 unique routes for distribution in Malta, while 2 trailers are loaded for distribution in Gozo.
A separate conveyor line is used for the production of 1-litre bottles. These bottles, like the 2 and 5-litre bottles, are blown and molded from preforms, loaded on the conveyor and moved into the filling room through an opening in the dividing perspex shield. After routine cleaning, bottles carry on to the filling stage, where, as with the 19-liter process, some wastage occurs when a bottle is not correctly loaded. Gravity-operated drop feeds put caps through to the capping machine, and such caps are screwed onto the bottles. Bottles then exit the filling room through a different opening. Once outside the filling room, bottles' batch numbers and best before dates are marked the same way as with 19-liter bottles. They are then labeled and heat shrink wrapped in packs of 6. After exiting the heat wrapping machine, the plastic coating is cooled down to enable safe handling and loading of the finished product onto a pallet. When a pallet reaches full capacity, it is in turn tightly wrapped in several layers of plastic to ensure sturdiness when such pallet is tagged and stored. Finally, a sheet with the date and batch number is attached, and the pallet is stored in its appropriate shelf space.